In the depths of our psyche lies a powerful and often misunderstood force, our dark side. Frequently feared and suppressed, this shadowy aspect of our being holds immense untapped potential. Rather than being an enemy, it is a wellspring of strength waiting to be harnessed. As followers of Stoicism, we recognize that true personal growth and resilience come from embracing and integrating this darker facet of ourselves. Firstly, facing our dark side reveals hidden dimensions of our character. It encompasses our deepest fears, insecurities, and suppressed desires. By confronting these elements, we gain profound self-awareness, which allows us to address and transform our weaknesses. This process of self-discovery is not merely about identifying flaws, but about understanding the full spectrum of our potential, turning what once seemed like vulnerabilities into sources of inner strength. Engaging with our shadow also equips us to overcome significant challenges. The process of confronting our darkest fears forces us to test our limits and build resilience. These trials push us to face adversities head-on, cultivating a robust and unyielding spirit. The strength we develop from this internal struggle enhances our ability to handle external difficulties, transforming potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. Additionally, integrating the dark side fosters a deeper sense of authenticity. When we embrace and understand our shadow, we move beyond superficial facades and connect with our true selves. This authenticity enriches our relationships, allowing us to interact with others from a place of genuine self-understanding and vulnerability. As a result, we form more meaningful connections and foster trust in our interactions. Moreover, our dark side acts as a reflective mirror, offering insights into aspects of our character that we might otherwise overlook. By examining these reflections, we gain valuable perspectives on our motivations and behaviors. This introspection is crucial for personal development, enabling us to address areas of improvement and evolve more consciously. The intensity of our inner struggles also fuels creativity and innovation. The powerful emotions and experiences associated with our dark side can lead to heightened creative expression. By channeling these intense inner forces, we generate novel ideas and solutions, pushing the boundaries of our own capabilities and exploring new possibilities. Finally, embracing our shadow aligns with Stoic principles of acceptance and adaptation. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept what we cannot change and focus on our responses. By integrating our dark side, we practice this acceptance, reinforcing our inner fortitude and adaptability. This alignment with Stoic ideals enhances our resilience, enabling us to navigate life's complexities with greater composure. Number 1. Embracing the whole self. The wisdom of the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus offers a profound and transformative perspective on self-acceptance. He teaches us that true self-mastery and inner peace can only be achieved when we embrace our entire selves, not just the aspects we find comfortable or desirable. According to Epictetus, this acceptance involves confronting all facets of our identity, including those parts we might prefer to keep hidden or deny. This approach goes beyond superficial self-improvement and dives deep into the core of who we are. To truly understand what Epictetus means, consider the complexity of the human psyche. We all have a shadow side, the aspects of ourselves that are less glamorous and often suppressed. This shadow includes our fears, insecurities, and flaws, which can be challenging to face. However, Epictetus suggests that by acknowledging these darker elements, we can achieve a more holistic view of ourselves. This acceptance is not about celebrating our faults, but about recognizing them as integral parts of our human experience. Embracing our whole self aligns with the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature. For the Stoics, nature represents a broader, more inclusive understanding of existence. It is not about striving for an unattainable perfection, but about accepting the natural complexity of our being. By embracing both our strengths and weaknesses, we align ourselves with this natural order. This acceptance allows us to understand our true nature, free from the constraints of societal expectations and personal delusions. This process of self-acceptance requires a deep level of introspection and courage. It involves looking beyond the masks we wear to fit in with societal norms and instead facing the raw reality of our inner world. It means recognizing and accepting our imperfections without judgment. This practice can be both challenging and liberating. It requires us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and to integrate these truths into our self-concept. When we engage in this kind of acceptance, we pave the way for significant personal growth. Understanding our darker aspects allows us to address them constructively rather than allowing them to control us from the shadows. This process fosters greater self-awareness and enables us to make more informed choices about how we live our lives. It is through this deep, unflinching acceptance that we can begin to cultivate genuine personal development and inner resilience. In addition, embracing the whole self contributes to a more authentic existence. When we accept all parts of ourselves, we move away from the pretense of perfection and start living more honestly. This authenticity fosters deeper connections with others and a more profound sense of self-respect. By allowing ourselves to be fully seen and understood, we create a space for true, meaningful relationships and experiences. Number 2, source of resilience. Seneca, a distinguished Stoic philosopher, provides profound insights into the concept of resilience, viewing it as a transformative process rather than a mere trait. According to Seneca, life's adversities serve as a crucible, a powerful metaphor for the trials and challenges we face. Just as metal is refined and strengthened through intense heat in a forge, our character is forged and tempered through our experiences with hardship and difficulty. In Seneca's view, adversity is not simply an obstacle but a crucial component in the development of personal strength. Life's challenges act as the heat that forges us, while our darker impulses and emotional struggles are akin to the raw materials undergoing transformation. When we encounter fears, doubts, and emotional turmoil, these experiences put our resilience to the test, compelling us to confront and overcome our limitations. This confrontation is essential, as it forces us to grapple with our vulnerabilities, thereby strengthening our inner fortitude. The process of building resilience involves more than just enduring hardships. It requires a proactive engagement with our internal struggles. Seneca advises that we should face our fears and weaknesses directly rather than avoiding or suppressing them. By confronting these challenges, we engage in a form of self-tempering. This means that instead of allowing our fears to dictate our actions or retreating into comfort zones, we embrace them as opportunities for growth. Each encounter with adversity becomes a chance to refine our character and fortify our spirit. This active engagement with our struggles is critical for developing the resilience necessary to handle life's inevitable trials. Life is inherently unpredictable and often harsh, presenting challenges that test our limits. By continually confronting and overcoming these obstacles, we build a reservoir of strength that prepares us for future difficulties. Seneca's teachings suggest that true resilience is not about avoiding adversity, but about becoming increasingly adept at managing and rising above it. The idea that resilience is developed through experience rather than inherent nature is central to Seneca's philosophy. He emphasizes that resilience is a cultivated quality, honed through deliberate and courageous efforts. Each challenge we face and each emotional trial we endure contributes to our overall strength. This continuous cycle of facing and overcoming adversity not only builds resilience but also enhances our ability to handle even greater challenges with grace and determination. In essence, Seneca's wisdom underscores that resilience is deeply intertwined with personal growth. Our struggles are not merely inconveniences but are, in fact, essential components of our journey toward greater strength and self-mastery. By perceiving our hardships as opportunities for growth rather than mere obstacles, we can harness these experiences to develop the inner fortitude required to navigate life's complexities with confidence and poise. Number 3. Catalyst for change. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, often delved deeply into the nature of adversity and its role in personal growth. His meditations reveal a profound understanding that life's trials are not mere obstacles, but essential components in the journey of self-improvement. Aurelius perceived adversity as a formidable force that, while challenging, plays a crucial role in shaping our character and advancing our personal evolution. He recognized that it is through these very challenges that we can attain true wisdom and strength. In this context, our darker side, those raw, unrefined aspects of our psyche, emerges as a powerful catalyst for change. This darker side encompasses the tumultuous emotions and impulses that we often prefer to ignore or suppress. It is the part of us that harbors our deepest fears, insecurities, and unspoken desires. While this side of our nature may seem daunting and uncomfortable, it is precisely this unpolished energy that drives us out of our comfort zones. When we confront these aspects of ourselves, we are pushed to face the fears that lie at the core of our being. The fear associated with confronting our darker side serves as a profound motivator for transformative change. This fear is not merely an emotional response, but a signal that we are on the verge of significant personal growth. It is through the act of facing these fears that we begin to challenge our own limitations and redefine our understanding of what is possible. By engaging directly with our deepest insecurities, we force ourselves to question long-held beliefs and assumptions, thereby expanding our capacity for personal development. Marcus Aurelius's writings highlight that adversity is not an obstacle to be overcome, but an opportunity for profound transformation. He believed that the strength of character is forged in the crucible of difficulty, and that true wisdom emerges from embracing, rather than avoiding these challenges. The trials we encounter serve as a testing ground for our resilience and fortitude, enabling us to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. The process of transformation through adversity is neither swift nor straightforward. It involves a series of intense struggles followed by moments of clarity and insight. As we navigate through these challenges, we undergo a gradual metamorphosis, learning to harness the raw energy of our darker side for constructive purposes. This journey is marked by incremental growth, where each confrontation with our fears and limitations leads to a deeper sense of self-awareness and inner strength. Embracing our darker side is essential for unlocking our full potential. Rather than viewing it as a source of fear, we should recognize it as a vital part of our personal evolution. By confronting these inner conflicts head-on, we gain valuable insights into our true nature and capabilities. This process of engagement with our darker aspects enables us to transform our weaknesses into strengths, ultimately leading to greater self-mastery and fulfillment. Number 4. Deepening self-knowledge. Self-knowledge stands as a fundamental pillar in the architecture of a virtuous life. Stoic scholar Massimo Pigliucci underscores its significance by emphasizing that understanding oneself is not merely an exercise, but a crucial endeavor in aligning one's life with reason and virtue. This process of self-discovery requires a courageous plunge into the depths of our inner world, where we confront and acknowledge the hidden facets of our character. At the heart of this exploration lies a confrontation with our darker nature, those aspects of ourselves that we might prefer to keep buried. These can include unresolved fears, insecurities, and suppressed desires, all of which influence our actions and decisions in ways we might not fully understand. Engaging in this introspective journey allows us to bring these elements into conscious awareness, shedding light on the hidden motives that drive our behavior. Self-knowledge involves a rigorous and often uncomfortable process of self-examination. This is not about self-criticism, but about cultivating an honest understanding of who we are. By examining our deepest fears, desires, and motivations, we gain insight into why we react the way we do and why we might struggle with certain challenges. This deeper understanding is pivotal for aligning our actions with our values and principles, which is central to the Stoic pursuit of a life governed by reason. Furthermore, this journey into self-knowledge equips us with essential tools for navigating life's complexities. When we become aware of our internal triggers and habitual responses, we can develop more effective strategies for managing them. This heightened awareness enables us to handle adversity with greater resilience and composure, as we are no longer controlled by unchecked impulses but are guided by a clearer understanding of our true selves. The cultivation of virtues such as courage, temperance, and wisdom becomes more attainable through this deepened self-awareness. By recognizing our flaws and limitations, we create opportunities for personal growth and transformation. This ongoing process of self-improvement is integral to the Stoic practice, as it fosters a life that is not only reflective, but also actively in pursuit of virtue and rationality. Engaging in regular self-reflection is a lifelong commitment, requiring patience, honesty, and a willingness to face uncomfortable truths. This process is neither swift nor easy, but is essential for personal development and ethical living. The rewards, however, are significant. A life marked by clarity, purpose, and alignment with one's core values. By dedicating ourselves to this endeavor, we pave the way for a more authentic and virtuous existence. Ultimately, deepening self-knowledge is about establishing a robust foundation for a life rooted in virtue and reason. It involves a steadfast commitment to understanding and improving oneself in accordance with the principles of Stoicism. Through this rigorous self-exploration, we achieve not only a more profound understanding of who we are, but also a more fulfilled and purposeful life, guided by the principles of rationality and virtue. Number 5. Enhancing empathy. Empathy is a powerful and transformative human ability, and enhancing it can profoundly impact our lives and relationships. One way to deepen our empathy is by first understanding our own darkness. This concept, rooted in Stoic philosophy, suggests that acknowledging and confronting our inner struggles and flaws can lead to a greater capacity for compassion towards others. The Stoic philosopher Musonius Rufus emphasized that true wisdom is incomplete without compassion. He believed that wisdom isn't merely about intellectual understanding or philosophical reasoning, but also about the ability to connect with and understand the experiences of others. Compassion, he argued, is a vital component of wisdom because it allows us to apply our insights in a way that is kind and considerate. By recognizing our own imperfections, we gain a deeper insight into the human condition. Everyone faces struggles and challenges, and by being honest about our own, we can better relate to the pain and difficulties that others endure. This self-awareness fosters a sense of humility, reminding us that we are all flawed and that no one is exempt from suffering. This perspective naturally leads to a more compassionate attitude towards others. Moreover, when we confront our own darkness, we build emotional resilience. This resilience enables us to support others more effectively because we understand what it feels like to be vulnerable and to struggle. Our own experiences with hardship and recovery provide a reservoir of empathy from which we can draw to help others navigate their challenges. This shared understanding creates a bond of humanity that transcends individual differences. Enhancing empathy through the lens of Stoicism also involves practicing active listening and patience. When we listen to others with genuine interest and without judgment, we validate their experiences and emotions. This validation is a powerful form of empathy because it shows that we respect and honor their struggles. Patience, on the other hand, allows us to give people the time they need to express themselves fully, fostering deeper connections and understanding. Incorporating these Stoic principles into our daily lives can significantly enhance our relationships. When we approach others with compassion and understanding, we create an environment of trust and support. This environment encourages open communication and mutual respect, strengthening the bonds we share with family, friends, and colleagues. It also allows us to resolve conflicts more effectively, as empathy enables us to see situations from multiple perspectives and find common ground. Ultimately, enhancing empathy is about recognizing our shared humanity. By understanding and accepting our own flaws, we become more attuned to the struggles of others. This attunement fosters a compassionate outlook that can transform our interactions and relationships, leading to a more harmonious and connected world. Musonius Rufus's teachings remind us that true wisdom is not just about personal growth, but also about how we use our insights to uplift and support those around us. Number 6. Harnessing inner strength. Inner strength is often hidden within the depths of our darker emotions and untamed impulses. These aspects of ourselves, often shunned or feared, hold a vast reservoir of energy. This energy, when harnessed and directed purposefully, can become a potent force for personal growth and resilience. Instead of allowing this energy to manifest as destructive behavior or self-sabotage, we can transform it into a source of inner strength. This transformation is not only empowering but also essential for navigating life's challenges with grace and fortitude. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, offered profound insights into this process. He likened the task of harnessing our inner strength to taming a wild horse. Just as a horse, wild and untamed, possesses immense power and potential, so do our darker emotions and impulses. Left unchecked, they can lead us astray, causing chaos and turmoil. However, when we approach them with discipline and understanding, we can transform this raw power into disciplined action, much like a skilled horseman guides and controls a once wild steed. To embark on this journey of transformation, we must first acknowledge and accept the presence of our darker side. Denying or repressing these parts of ourselves only gives them more power over us. Instead, we should observe them with a calm and objective mind, understanding that they are a natural part of the human experience. This acceptance is the first step towards taming the wild horse within. Next, we need to cultivate self-discipline. This involves setting clear boundaries and goals for ourselves, much like a horseman sets a course for his horse. Self-discipline allows us to channel our energy in constructive ways, turning potential chaos into focused and purposeful action. It requires consistent effort and practice, but the rewards are immense. With discipline, we gain control over our impulses and emotions, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with strength and resilience. Additionally, it's crucial to develop self-awareness. By regularly reflecting on our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we can identify patterns that undermine our inner strength. This self-awareness enables us to make conscious choices about how we want to respond to our darker impulses. It empowers us to break free from automatic reactions and instead choose actions that align with our values and goals. Embracing our darker side and harnessing its energy also requires courage. It takes bravery to confront the parts of ourselves that we find uncomfortable or frightening. But in doing so, we unlock a deeper understanding of who we are and what we are capable of. This courage allows us to face challenges head-on, without fear or hesitation, knowing that we have the inner strength to overcome them. In conclusion, harnessing inner strength is a transformative journey. By acknowledging and accepting our darker side, cultivating self-discipline, developing self-awareness, and embracing courage, we can tap into the vast reservoir of energy within us. This energy, once tamed and directed, becomes a powerful source of inner strength, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and unwavering fortitude. Number 7. Confronting mortality. The Stoic philosophy holds a profound understanding of mortality, an awareness that we are all finite beings on a journey with a definitive end. This realization isn't meant to instill fear, but rather to empower us. The dark side of life often bombards us with thoughts of death and the loss of those we cherish, which can be overwhelming. However, the Stoics teach that confronting these thoughts head-on can lead to a richer, more intentional existence. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, advocated for embracing the inevitability of death. He believed that by doing so, we strip it of its power to terrify us. Instead of avoiding or fearing the end, Seneca suggested that we should meditate on it regularly. This practice, called memento mori, or remember you will die, is not a morbid fixation, but a reminder to live fully. By acknowledging our mortality, we are prompted to appreciate the beauty and transience of life. This approach can transform our daily experiences. When we realize that our time is limited, every moment becomes precious. We start to see the mundane with new eyes, finding wonder in the simplest things. The laughter of a friend, the warmth of the sun, even the silence of a quiet room can become profound experiences when we understand that they are fleeting. Moreover, embracing mortality encourages us to prioritize what truly matters. It becomes clear that our time should not be wasted on trivialities or petty conflicts. Instead, we focus on cultivating meaningful relationships, pursuing our passions, and contributing to the world in a way that aligns with our values. This shift in perspective can lead to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. Facing the reality of death also equips us to handle loss with greater resilience. When we understand that life is a series of beginnings and endings, we can better navigate the grief that accompanies the loss of loved ones. This doesn't mean the pain is lessened, but our acceptance of mortality can provide a framework for understanding and eventually finding peace. In practical terms, this Stoic principle can be integrated into our lives through reflection and mindfulness. Setting aside time each day to contemplate the impermanence of life can deepen our gratitude and sharpen our focus on what is essential. Writing about our thoughts on mortality, discussing them with others, or simply sitting quietly with them can be powerful practices. Ultimately, confronting our mortality, as the Stoics advise us to do, is a pathway to living more fully. By embracing the finite nature of our existence, we unlock the potential to live each day with intention, presence, and profound appreciation. This awareness, rather than casting a shadow, can illuminate our lives, guiding us toward a more enriched and meaningful experience. Number 8. Fueling creativity. Creativity is often seen as the realm of free spirits and unrestrained minds, yet the Stoic tradition offers a unique perspective on this vital aspect of human existence. Though Stoicism is frequently characterized by its emphasis on self-control and rationality, it also acknowledges the importance of creativity in achieving a balanced and fulfilling life. This may come as a surprise to many, but even within the disciplined confines of Stoic philosophy, there lies a profound appreciation for the creative impulse. The Stoics understood that our darker impulses, when properly harnessed, could serve as powerful catalysts for creativity. These impulses, often viewed as obstacles to be overcome, can instead be seen as fuel for our most profound artistic expressions. By confronting and understanding our inner shadows, we break through the mundane patterns of daily life and push ourselves toward new realms of innovation and expression. It is in the depths of our struggles and emotional turbulence that we often find the raw material for our greatest creative works. In recognizing the value of these darker aspects of our nature, Stoicism does not advocate for their unchecked indulgence. Rather, it teaches us to channel these impulses constructively. This disciplined approach allows us to transform our inner chaos into something meaningful and impactful. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, for instance, believed that adversity and hardship were not merely to be endured, but could also be sources of inspiration and growth. By embracing this mindset, we can turn our personal struggles into opportunities for creative expression. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to maintain a sense of purpose and direction in our creative endeavors. Creativity without discipline can easily become aimless and unproductive. The Stoic practice of setting clear goals and adhering to them with determination ensures that our creative efforts are not wasted. This structured approach allows us to focus our energies and talents on projects that truly matter, bringing our creative visions to life with clarity and intention. The process of creation itself can be deeply therapeutic, providing an outlet for our emotions and helping us to make sense of our experiences. Through art, writing, music, or any other form of creative expression, we can explore and articulate our deepest feelings and thoughts. This not only enhances our own understanding and self-awareness, but also allows us to connect with others on a profound level. By sharing our creative works, we invite others to see the world through our eyes and to feel the emotions we have poured into our creations. Furthermore, the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within our control is particularly relevant to the creative process. While we cannot always control the reception of our work or the external circumstances that affect our creative pursuits, we can control our dedication, effort, and attitude. This focus on personal agency empowers us to persist in our creative endeavors, despite obstacles and setbacks. It reminds us that the true value of creativity lies not in external validation, but in the act of creation itself. Number 9. Strengthening resolve. In the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, there exists a profound concept known as the inner citadel. This metaphorical fortress represents the strength and resilience of our mind and spirit. It is the core of our being, where our true self resides, protected from the external chaos of the world. The inner citadel is not built overnight. It is constructed through a lifetime of experiences, challenges, and introspection. Our inner citadel is fortified when we confront and understand our darker impulses. This process requires us to look inward, to face the parts of ourselves that we may fear or dislike. By acknowledging and grappling with our inner darkness, we gain a deeper understanding of who we are. This confrontation is not about indulging in negativity, but about recognizing our imperfections and vulnerabilities. It is through this recognition that we begin to transform our weaknesses into sources of strength. Facing our dark side serves as a crucible for our resolve. Just as steel is forged in the fire, our principles and convictions are tested and solidified through adversity. When we encounter difficulties, whether they be internal struggles or external pressures, our response to these challenges reveals the true nature of our character. It is easy to uphold our values when life is smooth, but it is in the face of trials that our true dedication to our principles is demonstrated. Marcus Aurelius believed that the strength of our inner citadel is measured by our ability to remain steadfast in our beliefs, even when they are put to the test. This means that our principles must be more than just words. They must be deeply ingrained convictions that guide our actions and decisions. When our resolve is strong, we are not easily swayed by external influences or temptations. We remain true to our core values, even when it is difficult to do so. The process of strengthening our inner citadel requires continual effort and self-reflection. It is not a one-time achievement, but a lifelong journey. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to reinforce our resolve and deepen our understanding of ourselves. By regularly reflecting on our experiences and actions, we can identify areas where we may have faltered and make the necessary adjustments to stay true to our principles. In addition to facing our inner darkness, we must also seek out sources of inspiration and wisdom to support our journey. The writings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers provide valuable insights into the nature of resilience and inner strength. By studying their teachings and applying them to our own lives, we can gain a greater appreciation for the importance of the inner citadel and the role it plays in our overall well-being. Ultimately, the strength of our inner citadel determines how we navigate the complexities of life. It is the foundation upon which we build our character and the source of our inner peace. By continually working to understand and strengthen this inner fortress, we ensure that our resolve remains unshakable, our principles remain steadfast, and our spirit remains resilient in the face of any challenge. Number 10. Path to true freedom. True freedom is not merely the absence of physical restraints, but the mastery of one's own mind. Epictetus, the revered Stoic philosopher, emphasized this profound truth, teaching that real liberation comes from within. When we confront and embrace our darker sides, we begin a transformative journey toward this ultimate freedom. This is not about indulging in negative tendencies, but about understanding and integrating these aspects to achieve a balanced self. By acknowledging our imperfections and fears, we start dismantling the chains of ignorance that bind us. Ignorance in this context is not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of self-awareness. It is the unexamined parts of ourselves that we are often too afraid to confront. This ignorance feeds our fears, making us prisoners of our own minds. However, the moment we turn our gaze inward and face our inner darkness, we take the first step towards true freedom. Integration of our darker aspects is a powerful process. It involves recognizing traits we may find undesirable or frightening and understanding their origins. These aspects of ourselves, when left unchecked, can control us subconsciously, leading to irrational fears and behaviors. By bringing them into the light, we can examine them rationally, understanding their place in our psyche, and learning to master them. This mastery is the key to self-mastery. As we progress in this journey, we develop a deeper sense of wisdom. Wisdom is not just about accumulating knowledge, but about gaining insights into the nature of our own minds. It is through this self-understanding that we achieve a state of equanimity, where we are no longer swayed by external circumstances or internal turmoil. This inner peace is a hallmark of true freedom, as it signifies that we are in control of our own reactions and emotions. Moreover, this path to true freedom requires courage and persistence. It is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of self-examination and growth. Every time we confront a fear or acknowledge a weakness, we gain a bit more freedom. This ongoing effort leads to the development of a strong, resilient mind, capable of facing life's challenges without being overwhelmed by them. This resilience is another aspect of the true freedom that Epictetus spoke of. Ultimately, embracing our dark side and integrating it into our conscious self allows us to step into the light of self-mastery. We become free from the internal conflicts that have held us back, allowing us to pursue our goals and live authentically. This freedom is the foundation of a life well lived, one where we are not shackled by our fears or insecurities, but are guided by wisdom and self-awareness. In conclusion, the path to true freedom is a journey inward. It is about understanding and mastering our own minds, as taught by Epictetus. By confronting our darker aspects and integrating them into our whole self, we free ourselves from ignorance and fear, stepping into the light of self-mastery and wisdom. This is the essence of true freedom, a state of being where we are fully in control of our own lives and destinies. In conclusion, our dark side is not an enemy to be vanquished, but a friend to be understood and integrated. This aspect of ourselves holds valuable insights and strengths that, when acknowledged and embraced, contribute significantly to our personal growth. By facing these inner shadows, we unlock a deeper understanding of who we are and harness the power they contain, transforming potential weaknesses into formidable strengths. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that self-control and fortitude are not just ideals, but achievable virtues through deliberate practice. By integrating our darker aspects, we cultivate these virtues, gaining the ability to remain composed and resilient in the face of life's challenges. This integration is not about suppressing or denying parts of ourselves, but about harmonizing them within our being. As we embrace the whole of our being, we embark on a path toward a more resilient, empathetic, and enlightened life. Resilience comes from understanding and accepting all facets of ourselves, which empowers us to withstand adversity with grace and strength. Empathy grows as we recognize that others also grapple with their inner shadows, fostering a deeper connection and compassion for those around us. Enlightenment, in the Stoic sense, is about seeing things as they truly are. When we embrace our darker side, we strip away illusions and face reality with clarity and wisdom. This clarity allows us to make better decisions, act with integrity, and live in alignment with our true nature. The journey of integration is thus a journey toward true self-awareness and authenticity. Let us together delve into these shadows, not with fear, but with the courage and wisdom of the Stoics who have walked this path before us. The Stoics understood that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to confront it. By following their example, we too can navigate our inner darkness with bravery, emerging stronger and more self-assured. The journey may be daunting, but the rewards, self-mastery, true freedom, and unyielding strength are worth every step. Self-mastery comes from the discipline of facing our inner challenges and emerging victorious. True freedom is the result of breaking free from the chains of self-doubt and fear, allowing us to live fully and authentically. Unyielding strength is the fortitude that develops from overcoming our deepest fears and insecurities. By embracing our entire being, including the shadows, we become whole. This wholeness is the essence of a resilient, empathetic, and enlightened life. It is a life lived in harmony with oneself and the world, guided by the principles of Stoicism that teach us to embrace our humanity in all its complexity.